All right, welcome back to Miracle Mom and Michael.
It's Miracle Mom and Michael.
Oh, I should let you say that. I end up,
No,
stealing your
I'm the
lines.
echo.
Yeah, you're the
I'm
echo.
a star. I'm a star.
Sorry, I'll push you out front. Um, this is another Mom's Reminiscences segment, and in the last segment, it was kind of a two-part segment talking about a horrible, horrible person in Mom's life. Not my father, the next person. And that person got his just desserts. He got sent away. I don't know. He's a bad dude. But I want to know what happened next. So there was this time after that where Michelle and I are sent away. Take it, Mom.
Way?
Yeah, we were
I
sent away.
send you away?
You, I don't know. We went away. No, what you didn't send us away. We were
It,
requested.
I, well, I think, you know how it worked out was, after your dad got settled into his new life, and I don't know at which point he moved from Phoenix to Santa Rosa.
Yep.
And I think during like the summer and times when you were out of school, he wanted you guys to come up and spend time with him and them. So, we did do that. There were some times when I think you would spend the whole summer up there where he lived.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, many times. I'm talking about
Yeah.
like we went up there for an extended stay. I think it was like the first time we went or something.
Yeah.
We even started school there.
Did you? That must have been when I run into the next the next character
Oh,
in
the
the
guy,
night season.
the third man in your night season, or the third man in your life.
The third man in my life. Your dad wasn't a night season experience.
Right. No, he just initiated it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. He pulled the trigger on it.
That makes sense then. So after all this stuff with guy number two,
Yeah.
then you met guy number three, and you wanted some you time, or no? Dad wanted us to hang out, and you thought, okay.
Right. That's how that happened. Off you went.
How did that feel sending us away? Do you remember that at all?
Um, well, it felt okay because I knew you were with your dad. I never wanted you to not know your dad. That's just, I mean, I can't even imagine that today
Mm.
in these marriages that bust up and the
Yeah.
kids are in the middle and they're pawns and they're
Right.
fighting and all this crap that goes on in the court system.
Mm-hmm.
I never did any of that, and your father never did either. I knew I had a decent job, I had a decent profession, I knew I could take care of us financially.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I'm not going to drag his butt into court and go into all this child.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
I didn't believe in any of that. Let's use some common sense. What's the most important thing? These kids need time with their dad.
Yep.
That's what they need. And your dad needed time with you. Simple, right?
Yep.
Not the kind of world we're living in. But that's the way it was back then, and I saw it too. I never said anything bad about your dad. It wasn't about. It was between me and your dad.
Right.
Whatever he decided to do, that's what he decided to do.
Yeah.
That's the end of it. And so, that's one thing I'm so thankful for today. You guys love your dad. You have wonderful memories. You have some not so good memories, but you have great memories. You love your dad. And that's the way it should be.
Thank you.
He never badmouthed me. I never badmouthed him. Why? Why would you do that?
Right.
For what? We're human beings. We fail. We miss the mark. We don't do it right. But you don't put little kids in the middle of it. It's just crazy today. So, anyway.
Man, how did I end up? How did I end up with a mom like that? Thank you, Mom.
Well, Ask God once again.
That's who I was asking. Sorry, I didn't.
I
I
what
didn't
I
mean to ask
what
you. It sounded like it.
well, what I really feel like today is, in looking back, even though I was a failure in lots of ways, the things that are most important I've succeeded at. I feel like at least I was able to instill values that count. And I don't know, your dad, what your dad does is, when I've had, times to see him and be with him and spend time with him, he gives me all the credit.
Hmm.
That's not really the right thing to do, but he always thanks me anytime we've ever been together. He thanks me for doing so well in raising you kids, but he owes as much credit to that, even in our failures.
Mm-hmm.
He contributed a lot that was positive. So, it's just too bad that it isn't like that in our world today. All this fighting and these wars that go on between couples, it's really disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, where were we? All right, you went up to your dad's. Up on the tangent again.
You shipped us off. So
I shipped you off.
did he come pick us up? Is that how it happened?
I honestly don't remember.
Yeah.
I honestly do not remember. I know sometimes that they would come to Phoenix, and then sometimes we would take you to California. I guess it just depended on whoever was able to do it that way at the time. So anyway, I took the job at medical personnel pool. I wanted a day shift. I wanted hours that were like normal hours for working.
Mm-hmm.
So I did. I took the job at medical personnel pool. It was really a nice place to work. I enjoyed that job. And so one day, in comes Larry.
In where? Into work?
Into the medical personnel pool office to apply for work. He and his brother John. Now they weren't nurses. We also did like other temp kinds of positions for like secretarial and jobs like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they had just moved to Phoenix, so they needed to get work. So our office was one place where they stopped, and they came in. They both filled out applications. Now the day that they came in was my day off. I wasn't working that day,
Mm-hmm.
but one of my office partners, his name was Jim, is the one who interviewed them, took their applications and all that. I came back to work the next day, and Jim said to me, we had these two guys who came in yesterday and applied for work, and I think one of them, you really ought to meet him.
Oh, really? So Jim's hooking you up here.
So this was Jim's idea.
So we can blame Jim.
I'm blaming Jim. Oh God, I think back on it. Boy.
Phil and Vanessa can thank Jim too.
What? Oh yeah, right. Oh gosh. So I still don't know, how it happened. I think Jim, because he took the applications and had phone number and where they were living. They had an apartment by this time. And I think Jim is the one who called them and set this up. Hey, you remember me, Jim? You came to the office. Well, I'm not calling because I have a job offer for you. I have a better offer.
Oh my gosh.
I work with a nurse here in the office, and how's about you two go out? I'm simplifying all of this because I don't know. I don't know how he managed to do it, but he set up this blind date kind of a deal. So Larry and John, being twins, they didn't have a car yet. So they either had to rely on, city bus or however they got around. Well, I'm the one who had the car. It was my VW. Remember the VW Beetle?
What color
The
was
white
it?
one?
Yeah.
It was white. It was white and had like a black racing stripe on it or something.
Huh.
I love that car. Well, anyway, okay, so Jim set this up and he gives me the address and I figure out how to get over there. I go over to this apartment complex and they were up on the second floor and I climbed upstairs and knocked on the door. Hi, it's me.
So, okay.
It's me.
Wait, rewind. So this is you by yourself on the reference of some guy you work with going meeting two strange men.
Yeah, well,
All right.
Jim knew them, see. Jim had met them.
Well, he had met them. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
All right, keep going.
Anyway, I go up and I knock on the door and hi, I'm Bonnie, and I don't know who answered the door. One of them answered the door. So, oh, come on in, and we do a little chit chat, and the deal was, I can't even remember what the date was that we were going on.
You and two guys?
No, one, Larry. Jim set this up. This was going to be with Larry. You're going out with Larry.
I always heard you were supposed to go out with John.
Well, no, here's what happened.
Oh.
When I got there, I had never met them. I didn't know Larry from John. So the guy who answers the door says, oh, okay, well, all right, let's go. He says, I'm Larry. So we go out the door and we start to go down the stairs. And we get halfway down the stairs and out comes the other twin who goes, John, what are you doing?
John,
come here, John.
He was trying to steal his brother's blind date.
Yes.
He's like, she'll twins. Never know the difference.
They're twins, remember?
Oh my gosh.
So,
wait,
of course, I don't know the difference.
Do you think?
Met either one of them.
Do you think this was a joke, or he was literally wanting to go out with you?
No, he was serious. John was serious. He was gonna.
He's like, screw my brother. I got a date tonight.
That is really what happened.
Oh my gosh.
John goes up the stairs.
But John ended up being married literally like 8 or 9 times, right?
Oh, I lost count.
Yeah, like he was at 7 or 8 last time I heard, right?
Oh, probably. Anyway, John goes back up the stairs. They go in the apartment, shut the door, and I'm standing there thinking, now what have I gotten myself into?
Oh my gosh.
My picker is really broken.
You're just going with the flow, Mom. Just going with the flow.
Shooting from the hip. So the door opens, and out comes Larry. He comes down the steps, and I don't even know, what we said or what the conversation was, and I'm thinking, oh Lord, who am I supposed to believe? And off we went. I want to think that you and Michelle were with us, and we went to the drive-in or something.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
I do remember going to the drive-in actually quite a bit.
And you guys, we did that a lot. And you and Michelle would get up on top of the car.
Oh yeah.
We'd watch the movies, and
I even remember. This was later, but I remember being admonished for watching one of the other screens in the theater, in the drive-in. There was like a horror movie.
Really?
There was a horror movie on one of the screens to the left, and I was in the back, and I'd be watching that one, and Larry would be like, "Hey, watch this cartoon one that we're watch this one." Yeah. It was the movie.
Oh,
it was the movie Scanners, whatever year that came out. The movie Scanners. I remember it was that movie on the other screen.
Oh, so that was the beginning. That was how we met.
All right, we're gonna leave that there. and we're gonna
Okay.
we're gonna wrap up this call. This is a nice long call, Mom. I think I got like 12 or 13 segments out of this call today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Good.
this segment's going to be called "Mom Dates Twins" or something like that.
Double dates,
Yeah,
twins.
no, Mom dates uh, John and his twin Larry or something.
Oh, shoot.
All right,
Okay.
I'll let you have the
Sounds
last
good.
word. Okay, everybody, subscribe. Click the bell if you want notifications when we post new clips. That's the only way you'll get a notification is if you click the bell. Subscribing isn't enough, but also click like. Most importantly, click share. Send it off to somebody you care about. I'm going to let you have the last word, Mom.
Okay. Um, Everybody be good. Listen to your gut. It's trying to tell you something.
All right. Thanks, Mom. Love you.
Love you too.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.